Sound. This is the spirit of the season. 95.1 FM. We wishing you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and yours from Power 95.1. The spirit of the season. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we are back inside the room, the ladies' room, for another week. Another Monday, November 7th. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Who's here already? Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Jacqueline. Douglas Adams. Good morning, BB. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Lisa. Shantae's in the building. Candida. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Deborah Crony Latouche. Good morning, Christelle. I'm going to need you guys to tag your friends in the U.S. because that's usually on the program. Daylight saving time, it's officially on. So that means we're an hour ahead. Yeah? So I don't want them to come 12 o'clock looking for ladies room at 11. So tag them. And of course, guys, set your reminders. Yeah? Set your reminders. If someone messaged me a while ago and they were like, you don't have office jams this morning? And I'm like, it's kind of after 10. Office jams is like after 9. They completely forgot it was, we're an hour ahead now with that extra hour. Good morning. Who else? Terrence is here. Good morning, Jayla Board. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Victor. Yeah, the time change. You gotta put that on your reminder. Good morning, Janelle. What up, sis? I have some stuff for you, all right? So I'm gonna let you know when you can collect. Good morning, Della Fletcher, Miss MBIA. Good morning, Lenham. Junies, good morning. Morning, Derek. Ari, good morning. I hope you guys had yourselves a fantastic weekend. I certainly did. You know, sometimes you're in two minds about doing something, and when you go, you're like, yeah, boy. So I want to shout out Chucky's promotion. Yeah, first event, and well done. You know, Byron, I could have had some more of him, but you know the thing goes. So Parang in the basket was a good one. Yeah, it was definitely in two minds. Bang, I'm happy that I actually went because it was really nice. You know, seeing the older folks coming out and being young people thing all the time. Morning, Cindy. Set your clock, Cindy. Set your reminders. Valerie, good morning. Yeah, the changes will have you guys confused, and you'll come here looking for ladies' room at 12, but it already went at 11. So put the reminders on your smartphones. At 10 a.m., it's 11 a.m. here. So at 10 a.m., put a reminder for 10 a.m. Ladies' room, because y'all ain't about to stress me and about what happening, where ain't you, what's going on. So Debbie Crony, let me ask you something. So are we at what somebody tell me? Are we at easy on to R? So I can't go somewhere for myself? I'm big enough to go somewhere for myself? Listen, I was outside, all right? And the moon is out. It's really nice outside. So when you put up your foot and you had your glass of wine, you call me to drink a glass of wine with you? Others only see what people doing, but others doesn't see what all you're doing. When you throw up your wine and your thing, and never hear you say, Aruna, come and drink a glass of sweet wine. No. But your problems in me picking up and going about my business on myself. I am grown. Okay? Okay? Anyway, let's get into it. We have two situations this morning that I need to run through quickly. Yo, I am severely backed up with these it's like every day there's something. Married, single, is problems. I think as though more married people has problems than single people these days. My inbox is filled. So I have to like double up because I'm seeing people send me stuff from since I don't want to lie. August, September, October. Because what happens if you're not friends with people on Facebook and they send you a message via Messenger, it goes to some other part of your Messenger. What's the name of it? Let me see. Are they share the live now? What's all the problem this morning? Are they have to pay to share the live? Wake them people up that yeah, so it goes to message requests, and I sometimes don't remember to check that part of my message. And it also goes to spam. Um I went in yesterday and I checked, and I'm seeing a whole lot of scenarios, a whole lot of stuff people wanting me to post and give advice on. So you guys, you need to so we need to double up sort of, because if I continue to do like one a day, we're not gonna make any inroads, because I want to be up to date with what's with the scenarios. All right. So if you see me posting two or three on my page, that's the reason. All right. Anywho's, let's deal with the first one, and then we will jump into the next one. So the young lady says, I'm involved with a man 20 years older than I am. I forgot to ask her what was her age. Hold on. Let me just see if I can ask her. 20 years older. Hold on. Okay. No, not you. Hold on. I'm in my messenger. Not you. I was gonna ask for some advice, but it started out. Okay. Where are you? Where is the lady, young lady? All right. Good. Let me just ask her what is. Anyways, she is. Not sure if he's gonna respond before we're through, but anyway, she says, I'm involved with a man 20 years older than I am. He's a well established and financially stable businessman. I'm not badly off myself, however, I'm still in the process making stage. This man always promises to take care of me and tells me I must ask for whatever I want. I am not a greedy person, and most times I can handle things I need on my own. My issue is whenever I'm between a rock and a hard place, I'll ask. He'll agree to help, and that will be the last of our conversation on that topic until I bring it up again. Firstly, it takes a lot for me to ask, and then I gotta bring it up again, feels like begging. In the end, he will indeed help. However, is it just me or this man doesn't want to help as he claims, or he just wants me to beg him? And she wants to know if men feel good or great when women beg them. Well, I can't speak for a man, so the men in the audience will probably have to help us out here. But what I will say, with that 20-year difference, 20 years older, there's a particular terminology used, to describe people who have that sort of gap in their relationship. But I feel the same way. I just think that if you're dealing with somebody and you know they're aware of your situation, you shouldn't have to ask. And I really feel a way like if I'm dealing with somebody and I have to ask them for help. It's like if you're in a position to help, like at the end of the day, like I always say, we're all adults. We're responsible for our lives, we're responsible for our bills. Our bills shouldn't be somebody else's burden and what have you. But sometimes you're probably short here or there, but the person may be in a better position than you financially. And to be with somebody who is in a better position than you financially, and the person sees you struggling and doesn't offer to help, kind of says a lot to me. And you shouldn't have to beg or ask. My mother always say that if you're with somebody and you have to beg them, then you shouldn't be there. The person should be able to say, hey, um, you should be able to speak to the person on certain situations you're going through, and they'll be able to offer assistance. It's not gonna be like a everyday thing, but once in a while you're in a little jam. Offer some assistance. So what else are you here for? To just jump on people's chests, you jump off, and then what? And the fact about it is, he told her and he promised her to take care of her and to tell him what she wants. To ask for what she wants, whatever she wants. He promises to take care of you. So if he promised to take care of you, then you shouldn't have to ask him for any sort of assistance, right? At least that's how I see it. You shouldn't have to ask him, and to me that comes off like a daddy and father kind of daddy and daughter kind of relationship. Promising to take care of me kind of sound sugar daddy-ish. Like 20 years younger than a man, and he's in a good position financially, and he promising to take care of you. So sweet. It's so kind of sweet. I mean, I know that's what a lot of you are thinking, so let me just say what we're thinking. This sounds sweet, and maybe you probably require to do certain things before he takes care of you. You probably have to take care of him first. But honestly, if that's how you feel, you probably need to sort out this relationship. Exactly what are the dynamics of this relationship? Is it a relationship where I scratch your back and you scratch mine, or you know I'm here to satisfy certain needs? And what is it? What is it? Because you can't be promising to help somebody, and when they ask you for that help, it's a different story. Yes, you might be busy. Yes, you might say, okay, you have other things to do. But if you promised and the person asked, I mean, you going, honestly, me, if I have to go back to ask you a second time, it's not going to happen. I'm going to find some way to deal with whatever it is. I'm going to sort out my business, because having to go back and ask you again, it really sounds like, you're begging for real. It really sounds that way. So, like I said, you need to have a conversation with Sweet Mandore and find out what exactly is his position where that is concerned, and maybe express to him how you feel about it. You probably want to let him know that you're not comfortable when you ask for certain things. You have to keep on asking. It makes you feel away, and hear what his response will be. um, and you can probably take it from there. Someone says this is a common line men use and women continue to fall for it. You're right, Johnny, because I mean, fall for it the first time. If you ask the first time and you realize but when it gets to like the third time, you have to realize that this is this is something I need to to put in check. This is something I need to really think about. It's not a one time thing, but it sounds like every time you ask, you always have to come back and ask again. So probably you need to have that conversation with him, let him know how you feel, and yeah, it's a common line. I mean, listen, men tell women what they think they want to hear. And someone, Lisa says, I rather stand on the corner with heels and a short skirt before I ask again. Exactly. I don't know. It just feels like, to me, it's just uncomfortable having to go back and ask again. It's okay if you forgot and he tells you, well, you know what, remind me in 2 or 3 days. I'm going to organize you in a day or two, but just in case I don't, please give me a gentle reminder. But it doesn't seem like that's the conversation. It sounds like you just have to continuously ask for assistance. So y'all need to have the conversation. You need to talk to Sweet Mandore and find out if he on jokes or games, or if that is a real thing. All right, have a conversation with him. Find out if y'all together. He's really interested in your well-being, and gonna help out. Then you take it from there. Terrence, how do you know she isn't giving the full story? That's the lady's story. I can't say it isn't the full, and maybe you don't. Good morning, Maria. Maybe you don't agree with her version, but someone said maybe she asking for too much. Just because he said I will help does not mean everything you would not ask for. She's grown too. But based on what she's saying, she says He's a well-established and financially stable businessman. I'm not badly off myself, however, I'm still in the process making stage. This man always promises to take care of me and tells me I must ask for whatever I want. And she said I am not a greedy person and most times I can handle things I need on my own. My issue is whenever I'm between a rock and a hard place, I'll ask. He'll agree to help, and that will be the last of the conversation on that topic until I bring it up again. Firstly, it takes a lot for me to ask, and then I got to bring it up again. Feels like I'm begging. So, based on what she's saying, it doesn't sound like it's a everyday occurrence or every week or every day. It sounds like whenever she's in a rock and a hard place, but I'm not too sure how much is the ask she's asking for. But then again, that is where communication comes in, because if you're saying to somebody, not like he gave her a limit, so it is the onus is on him to let her know, listen, I can help you with, you probably ask for, say you ask for 10,000. I can only afford to give you two. Then communicate that to the person, but don't make it seem like, okay, anything you need, come to me, I got you. And then when I do, it's a problem. You may be well off, you may be a stable businessman, but I still don't know the depth of your pocket. So that is where you come in and explain to me, hey, so and so is the case. I may not be able to do it this week, but next week I got you. I mean, just communication. So again, I suggest you have a conversation with the mister and find out where exactly his head is at whenever you're asking for something. If he has a problem with it, if you shouldn't ask, or what is the limit or whatever, but you need to have the conversation with him and let him know how it makes you feel when you have to continuously ask for something and then ask again, so Cindy, she's probably not a good sugar baby. Someone says, all you them women have to love to facilitate them behaviors. That's why we will have our way with you, because your value is always paired with a dollar. See me? I just say the way my pride set up, you want nobody say if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had this, you wouldn't have had that. And these days, man, master want to beat away with you and tell you they give you this and they give you that and they buy couch and bed. Not a boy, a baby, or aunts could come to my place and say, I take it back my bed, I take it back my chair, I take it back my table. That's why now more than ever, you need to make sure that you're in a good financial standing. You can handle your business, you can take care of your bills. Because the way people set up these days, quick to make you shame, whether you're swapping spit with them or not, you have to handle your scene. Morning.
Prince, I need to know how much she asking for.
Hello, morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Before I give you my 2 pence,
Mm-hmm.
I need to know how much she asking for. So there's a big place.
I'm not sure. And she,
But that's where we had to sign out. So
I'm not sure how
if she
much.
asking for $100, I want it. Then we watch him one way. If she asking for $10,000, I just put it. That's another thing.
But the thing
So
is,
she need to
regardless of
clarify
how much
that.
she's asking for, the onus is on him to tell her that he can't afford to
No,
do
but
it.
sometimes he might be just breaking. You understand? Just breaking, he will give her enough. But he just breaking, saving, oh God, all that money. Whereas if that is $100, now watch him different. But if it's at $10,000, I can understand him trying to kind of delay, especially that businessman. So we need to clarify that.
I got you. Alrighty. So we need to clarify the amount. If is the amount is the problem, or if that is a problem, then he needs to tell her that is the problem. Morning. Good morning.
Morning there, morning there.
Hey, we'll go.
Yo, I find that person is talking a bit too prideful, too much ego. And I'm saying this because it's the second time. It's not the third time, it's not the fourth time. I don't see asking or reminding a person a second time as begging. As she says, a businessman. So probably you have a lot on his mind, he might be forgetful. And she's somebody who normally handles his stuff for herself. So it's not a customary thing for him. You understand? So it could be something that, he'd slip him or, I don't see asking a second time as that level of talking about begging. I don't see that.
Oh, gotcha.
Because if a man try to see that, they say that once I talk once, that is it. I ain't going to talk again, or they will say that man is a man too aggressive.
So maybe he has, as you said, maybe he has a lot on his mind. So maybe just a gentle reminder. But then again, that's why I'm saying, and that's why I keep saying, communication is so important, and we keep dismissing the importance of communication. Because if you
Exactly.
knowing, and that's why I say she need to have the conversation with him and let him know how she feels, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
he could be very busy, and but him saying to her, listen, yeah, I know I promised you so and so, but give me a reminder in 2 or 3 days.
That's
So she
understandable, Johnny.
so you could have make her not made her feel like she's begging. So even though she come back and ask the second time, just tell her next time you and I don't follow up the same time, just give me a reminder, a couple of days or whatever.
Yeah,
Just remind me.
but I really don't see asking a second time and saying, it comes 3 times, 4 times, again, Bible story, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Thinking, them kind of thing is, you got to come 3 and 4, 5 times.
Yeah,
It's begging.
yeah,
That's my,
yeah.
that one, yeah.
Man,
That's
probably
my,
got other things to do besides.
yeah, I ain't seen that as an issue. And yes, man, let's see all what they have to say in order to get to
I'm glad you had that part. Have a good one. But sugar daddy problem without sugar to make tea for your own self and promising people to take care of their and buy sugar for them. You telling me about all the out here? Hold on. Anyways, moving on. So my girl, speak to him and let him know how you feel about it based on his response. If you go stay jam, or keep it pushing. So the next one goes, my husband and I were joking around the other day and decided to play truth or dare, in which he dared me to reveal my actual body count. We had never discussed this before, but he knew that just before I met him, I had come out of a 5-year relationship. I guess he assumed that I have only been with that guy. Anyway, I'm a liberated woman, so I started thinking and counting in my head and even added a couple guys that I'd totally forgotten about. When I had tabulated my number and told him it was 12, and it's like he almost had a heart attack. He hasn't been himself since and hasn't really shown much interest in me romantically. He also said that he'd just been with one woman before me, and he was surprised I found time during my studies and career to be with so many people. I don't feel bad at all. Actually, I feel sorry for him. See, we got married 3 years ago when I was 39, and there's no way he could have believed that at my big age, I wouldn't have dated many people. I've never been ashamed of discussing my past, but his reaction has me wondering what kind of immature man this is that I married. So, what can I do to guide him back to what's important and what that is love, respect, and commitment to this marriage? A little learning. When I say play stupid games, win stupid prizes, y'all ain't learning. If there's one thing I've realized over the years that men can handle is the truth when it comes to that. They'll ask you and they'll be like, I don't have no problem, we're just talking, just curious. And when you tell them, they can't deal with it. So to be safe and to avoid heartache and stress, kindly say, I plead the fifth. Because a lot of people can't handle the truth. Plead the fifth. I mean, it's good that you have not succumbed to feeling bad and being ashamed, because one thing I also realize is that a lot of the times, you know, people want you to feel away and want you to be upset and sad and miserable about your past so you can join them in the misery. So they project. So owning your past, owning your mistakes is something we all should strive to do. So it's good on one hand that you have not succumbed to feeling bad and being ashamed. Shame isn't useful. It isn't. Only conviction is. And it's good that you have now discussed the experience you both have and you'll have a better understanding and knowledge of each other. Chances are, some of the liberated aspects of your sexuality may have shown up in the bedroom, and that is necessary as long as you both can see it as a feature for, let's say, an exciting marriage and use it to your advantage. Unlike some say, your past experiences should be divulged. Other people saying it shouldn't. But I think that is something you divulge before you get married if you choose to. So at the end of the day, let the person decide, okay, I want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. These things should be divulged before, if you are someone who believes in, divulging that sort of information regarding past experiences. In your case, your husband could have met someone from a past relationship who might have said something to him. It could have then shocked him just because he didn't know. Getting information out in the or this allows negative surprises. I'm not sure if I'd call him immature either. I think he's just processing the new information. But you are correct that most adults who get married later in life will have had several sexual experiences, but it's not always the case though. So ideally, sexual experience is information to be discussed in detail before marriage, premarital conversation. That's why it's so important. Yeah. So let me take this call before I continue. Morning.
Hey, man.
Morning.
I'm on that home, yeah? That's first and foremost. First and foremost, men, we want a certain way. When we hear something about we lady, we just switch up. You understand? So that game we going to play there, he should know he should play that game. There are certain games that will indulge yourself in because of the lady. Because I sure that lady hold back on some phone, right? She body count higher than girl. You understand?
So you
But she
minus
just says
two.
to herself, she hold back a little too. Imagine I sure she didn't give me full body because I'm a dead. Although it's funeral time. Understand? There are certain games you don't play
You
to
don't play
find out
certain
what a
games.
woman.
Some people can't handle the truth. There's
You
certain
understand?
games you do
Because
not play.
because funny. You can't play truth all day. She can't tell you that truth some now. You know that fall on your back. You know, so gosh, what kind of person I have and all kind of thing. Don't go into that details and then that details is not for you. Understand? Lead it fast in the past. Some of us is too fast. Understand? We just want to know. I don't want to know. If a man come and tell me something, I say, partner, I don't want to know. And I'm in business. Understand? If I see little thing in the belly, I'm going to see when she went, what a show, and you know, she give me a little style now. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't want to know about the past. I know me business.
Somebody I said see it hot the heart. When you gonna put your,
Exactly.
you like you asking yourself for stress. You like you just
Yeah,
like good, and you just say, you know what, I feel for a piece of stress today. So let me ask the woman something. And then you
You
can't
understand?
deal
When
with the
you
answer.
get the stress, you can't do it. Doctor, if you come out of the way for no reason. And by doctor, you start to take tablet, all kind of things. Yes, stop that shit.
All right,
Stop that
Papa.
shit. All right.
Always want to ask questions and can't handle the answer. I don't understand. I swear. Let me hear what you're saying here yourself. Boy, my first laugh.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just reached. Anyway, there's a lot of different factors in this situation. First of all, young lady, why are you in a relationship with a man 20 years older than you? What
Oh,
it is
God, no.
benefiting you to be in a relationship with a man 20 years older than you? First. Secondly, is it love? Is it for benefits? What it is? Now, why it is that you can't find somebody or within your age group to build a relationship with and you know have a life together? Because to me, you in a relationship with a person 20 years older than you, and based on what you're saying, I'm going on based on what you're saying, it's not really beneficial, because if you were that person and based on the age difference is basically you in it basically for his needs, in it. And if you have to go to the extent where you have to ask him or remind him, I don't see that make any sense, because he should know that your situation, and if he's more established than you and you know you're still struggling off and on, there should be some sort of allowance set up, or initiated monthly, or
You're not the man wife now.
you know even so if you have to ask him when you fall short. But I don't think that there should be a need for you have to ask him when you fall short. It should just be a case where it's automatically contribute to your well-being. But you need to do some soul searching and analyze certain things, and take the initiative to find out within yourself, is this really worth it? Because if you're in a situation and you have to question certain things, is it really worth it? So yeah, that's my 2 cents for the day. Anyway, have a good day, guys.
I agree and disagree to a certain extent. It's like like I said, it's not like that's your husband or that's his wife. So it's not like you're obligated. You're not obligated, but I mean, the whole principle of it, you could understand from a principle perspective. You're in a better position than the person you're dealing with. You see them struggling, you offer to assist them, but it's not like you're taking on their burden 24/7, you know? So that I kind of disagree with in terms of him having to um, take care of her needs every day. They're just at this girlfriend boyfriend stage. Occasionally, when she asks, yes, but it shouldn't be a case where you sit and every month you expect an allowance. You expect an allowance from this person. Someone says she needs to stop getting vexed and she father late with she allowance. Seriously, just stop asking, do you? So this guy is a full rule is you don't ask a question if you're not prepared for the answer. If you can't get over it, you need to move on to number 14. Lady said 12. How you reach out 14? After 12 is 13. Yeah, I don't think we're adults. Listen, at the end of the day, we're adults. There are some of us who make bad financial choices. We have debts, we have this and the other, but it is still your responsibility. It's not like you're my father or my mother, so you expect certain things. You're expected to be responsible for yourself. You respect the other person until we get to a point where we're married or we decide to move in together and build together. So then, we become each other's responsibility. But if you're kind of coming and going and what have you, I don't think somebody should be obligated to assist you. They could on their own free will, but it shouldn't be an obligation. Good morning.
Morning, Miyagi.
Yeah.
Scenario. Right? No, first of all, start off by saying, I have asked that question, and that question has been asked to me. I do have a problem with it. I do business whether or not it's 100 or the other part I have or whatever it is. You understand? But I must say this. It is a question that people need to be careful with.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody do not see everything the same way.
Mm-hmm.
No, she asking if why the man should feel that way. But she also has a issue because when he gave her his number, she started feeling sorry for him. You understand? So she judged him just the same. He just looked at it as he's a tycoon. You understand? And that is what go through the man's mind. I don't ask you. That is what would go through the man's mind. It's a question that people actually ask. I would ask a question
But
because I want to.
what is the what from a man's perspective, what is it that bothers a man if they hear a certain number past, let's say 3 or 4? What considering it's way before you and it's not during your why do you guys feel away? What about it that makes you feel
Because of how we value women. We value women as not, I don't want to say treasures, as things that should be more, for lack of a better word, let me say pure. You understand? As much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
The closest thing to Mary Magdalene. The closer you could get, the better for you.
Especially the woman that we with, that we want to be with, that we love and we married and all these kind of things. Mm-hmm. So that is why men just take it a bit harder when women do certain things like that.
But one thing I never understand about y'all, Ben would want to get married to somebody, as you said, as pure as possible, as squeaky clean as possible. But then you live squeaky clean and you go cheat with somebody who has several numbers. I don't understand.
We going for training and we don't want the solid squeaky clean. So we going on.
Papa, train.
That's what I would say. That's what it is. I mean, and I just want to say this also. I think some people ask these questions based on the fact that they want to know how to deal with the partner. We can't read one another's minds. We should not assume things. So we ask these questions to know how to approach. You understand? Because a lot of times we don't know what you want. Mm-hmm. And expectation is another issue, although we shouldn't have expectations, but it's something that is natural to us. It's just what it is. If I know that you experienced in ABC, then I know I can go down that road with you.
Gotcha.
If I don't know, then it's up in the air. You understand? I might do something that you may not like or you might take it, and men try to avoid conflict as much as possible. So it's better to ask the questions and try to get as much information from the woman as possible.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. What is here? I find he come off well. 12 is a modest count. In this day and age of liberated women, he lucky didn't get 50. That's a lot though. Yeah, I never get it. Y'all want pure, y'all want the closest thing to the Virgin Mary, but then you'd leave your Virgin Mary and you'll be outside with Saddam Hussein and all kind of terrorists. I don't understand. So why you at back? Morning.
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 Let us isolate or situate that to just the situation on hand. One, she is 39. Let's say he's 39, 40, what about? He had one woman in his life. It suggests to me he's a fairly prudish fella without much experience. So when the goodly lady tell him she had a dozen, which was more than likely more like 20, she was conservative. But we're leaving it to just that situation. So for someone who is 40, and I give him 40, might be less more, and you only had one woman, so somebody come and tell him they had 12 men in their life, that is a culture shock. Somebody like that haven't been very exposed. They haven't been my kind of 40. They have been more like the very restricted 40. And so we put him just in that situation, forgetting what he liked or we like to stick it there because he obviously did not stick it every which way. Right? So that is something, I mean, he probably did not know a whole lot of people with that. And believe you me, notwithstanding at 40, someone told me they had 12. And with my, did I say experience? Something like that. I still would find that a tidy sum. 12 is a bit much. It is how we grew up. You grew up knowing you do not, I mean, according to someone, an expression my wife will use, it sounds like you are sampling, well, she did not exactly say penis, but it sounds like you are sampling penis when you read them kind of state what you mean. I would be quite, notwithstanding my experience, 12 sound quite a bit to me. But I'm just situating it to him. That, look at it that way. That must shock him. He's not immature necessarily. He's not experienced probably, or he haven't been varied and knocked about. I'm not knocking him for that. There are some people that have very well brought up. They did the right thing because that is basically what's supposed to happen according to our teachings. Right?
Got you.
So I do not want to go and call him immature and call him names and say men like to stick it everywhere, but when they would want somebody who only had one or two. So just leave it at that situation, and we probably have a better understand how the goodly gentleman may have been shocked to learn that people go about having as much as 12.
Alrighty. Okay? Thanks much. Have a good one. Someone say can't even trust the Virgin Mary because she was minding them goats and then boom, she get pregnant. You're silly. Punky Mason, you okay? What's going on with you there? Who had you on to lean there? Somebody in the chat, check on Punky and see if she okay. Who calling your number and telling you? Or did it just come in the chat and just bang away? How that reach here? Who is this Punky? Hold on, let me see who is that. Hey. Y'all seen some Punky Mason commenting in the thing? Punky, who interfere with you? Who is this person that calling your phone and stressing you there, Punky? It's not coming up on my what going on there? Am I the only one seeing those messages, or y'all? Because I'm not seeing anybody saying anything. Y'all seen some message from some Punky cussing somebody on the live or harassing her with I don't know if it's a he or her, him or her. But anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna take this last call. Morning.
Tell Punky start, but nobody call him Punky. Oh, I'm to Punky. Nobody call him Punky.
You seen the you seen the messages?
Punky wants 5 seconds of fame. Punky, nobody is talking about who calling you. Please.
You seen it? You seen the messages?
No.
But I'm seeing it.
I have on my phone on my tablet, and I ain't seen nothing from Punky.
Let me just block this person because I don't know. Some Punky Mason telling some 415 number stay away. I will lean your head and your line and say is that Trini.
Wait. Next thing Punky.
But see, you get stupid
woman. Same problem.
Yeah, Donna says she's seen it. People seen it.
Well, I see it. But I'm glad I'm not seeing it.
Anyways, let me go with my business here. What are you saying to me now?
No. Listen, I heard you asked a question why men just take this thing serious. Arena, this thing is serious something. Imagine you thinking that you shopping at IGA and you really get a final shopping the hotspot. Listen, this thing dread. Men, listen, and I don't know how much men go agree with me, but I just be honest. Men go sleep around with 90 different women, but there is one woman that he look up to be his wife, and he wish that nobody else but him would touch that woman. And the minute time somebody else defiles that woman, how he thinks, there is problem.
Okay.
There is problem.
So that's how it is, right?
I mean, it's not fair, but that's life. Life ain't fair. A man could sleep with a million women.
It's not a problem.
He wants his woman to be his and his alone. And that is facts. Anybody else saying anything is lying. Because trust me, it's hard. And you see, men have egos. And if your brother know that, hey, but your wife had 12 other men besides you, there is problems. Especially for somebody immature men, those boys that play man nowadays. Listen to me. You're getting talk in the bar, you're getting talk in the barber shop, you can talk on the streets, on the cruise, wherever they meet you, it's talk. a lot of men can't handle that.
Oh, yeah, your papa. Anyways.
So that's the whole thing about it.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. Have a good one.
All right.
Punky just take over the live, yes? Let me play this last one and go about my business. Punky, not me and you today, Papa. I can't make it.
Second scenario, my aunt always tell me, when you meet someone and she interested in your past, leave her right there. And some men can't handle the fact that a woman might have a past. But to me, it's better I get something bad, as we just use the terminology, because you done bad already. So the only thing you get is good. Then you pick up something good and you get bad. But I think it's just, I think it's just a mental thing when some men is concerned that they feel that their woman need to be, or their wife need to be pure, but then yet probably looking for them total and them outside. But I think it's just a mental thing, and homeboy, trust me, men should be happy knowing that a woman reveal if they cares to share their past with them. And you all build on that. It's either you accept it or you walk away. Involved with my past is my past, right? If you want to focus on my past, go and ask Christ, because no man is judging me. The Lord had to judge me. Anyway, have a good day.
Have a good one. On that note, I think I can take my leave. So, lady, reassure him. Let your husband know you're excited by him. He's still the guy for you. Assure him that, he's the best thing that happened to you, and calm any concerns he may have right now. Let him know that you are who you are and that you love and appreciate him as you are and as he is. Yeah? So work on that. Remind him, tell him that you need him. You need him to love you unconditionally, and, not to be fragile with his love and devotion. Remember, you must not be fragile either, but solicit some help as well. Make contact probably with a counselor if the relationship continues to struggle. You can always do that. Yeah. So Best wishes. Any update? Feel free to let us know. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What do Punky? Punky. Oh, they have a good day, yeah, Papa. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union. Punky just take over the live and threatening to damage people practice. Punky, trust me and what you take it from me. If you have to be fighting and carrying on so for people, children, let it go their way. Hi, Pinky. All right.
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.